Okay, this fanfiction is called Lifebound by Automatic Bulldozer. Summary: Mario makes his lifelong commitment to Kirby. Notes: sorry if this is cringe, it's just that the previous story ended with a kind of a cliffhanger and I wanted to bring some closure on it. Depending on how popular this series as a whole is, I might bring it to a close here. The reason is that I'm running out of ideas and the quality of those stories seems to be degrading. It's more difficult to find inspiration to keep writing new installments when everything was done previously in the scenes. In particular, I noticed that Attack of the Allies and On Repeat seemed to be the most intense in terms of sex scenes, and the ones after that were pretty inferior. There's one last idea that I have up my sleeve, but it's a cheap one. I'll think about it. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. If you've gotten this far, you probably want to get to the story. In that case, just scroll down and enjoy. Love, Auto.
What?
Chapter
Auto?
1. I do. So, this is the Veggie Gardens.
My
Yep.
God! Look, he's the Pope.
What? He is the Pope?
Yeah, look.
Wow.
Oh, he wasted. He had like the Pope's head.
Luigi is the Pope! Yep, this is definitely the place. Answered the King of Dreamland, HRH King DDD. By the way, why'd you wanna come here so badly? Oh, just to meet up with a friend of mine.
I've beaten Mangum.
A friend, eh? DDD repeated. Well, you know, this place is a pretty common spot for marriages and
again.
weddings. Oh wait, one of these people is Mario.
What?
Is that so? Mario asked, starting to panic. I had no idea. Huh? What's that? What's this suit for then? The penguin pointed to the white tuxedo
Something in the
Mario
water,
had put
maybe.
on, and traditional top hat. The plumber was starting to crack. He had to come up with an explanation fast. The king just patted him on the shoulder and laughed heartily. I'm just joking around, pal. You know, I like to dress up in bow ties at times too. I'm sure it doesn't apply to you anyway, since you're probably busy saving princesses and defeating stuff. DDD sighed, finding it difficult to continue joking. I'll just take my leave. And with that, the king turned to leave, but he had one last thing to say. Oh, and if you see a Waddle Dee with a bandana, could you say hi for me? Okie dokie! Alright, thanks buddy. Right, catch ya later. DDD bid him goodbye awkwardly. See you next time! Mario responded. As soon as DDD had left, the plumber began searching left and right for Kirby. He would catch sight of the location's remarkable nature. He remembered what the King of Dreamland had said about it being a common place for weddings and figured it was clear why. But all these greens, yellows and reds weren't helping him find his pink lover faster. Mario, over here! Called a voice in the distance. Looking over there to confirm who it was calling him, Mario sprinted in that direction. Ah, Kirby! Mario wheezed. You okay, baby? Yeah, I just didn't want to be late.
This was everything.
You worry too much, Mario. The wedding isn't going to start for another half an hour at least. Kirby cuddled and stroked his plumber to relax him. As he embraced and caressed Mario, he swore he could feel the red man's heart pressed against his own. Beating at regular intervals, the two hearts were almost perfectly synchronized. As soon as he had regained his breath, the mascot of Nintendo looked up at his fiancée. While Mario had gone to the effort of dressing up in a fancy white suit and matching hat, Kirby was hardly wearing anything extra at all. The most notable addition was the poppy on his left hip. I see you went for a minimalistic look. I didn't want to trouble you with all the frills, Kirby explained with a giggle. Besides, this is pretty much common Popstarian wedding wear. Well, the groom anyway. The bride usually wears something like a sunflower on her hip instead. Well, given that premise, I would say it looks very dapper on you. Thank you. I initially thought about going for something more feminine, but you know what you've taught me. What? That it's okay to be the way you feel. I feel validated with you here. You've always treated me like a guy, even when I told you that I was trans. You never treated me any differently. I like a guy that makes you feel normal like that. Kirby stood up on a rock. When you tell someone you are trans, there are a number of ways they would react. He continued, speaking his mind. Some will be shocked and won't accept you. Some will, but they feel weird about it. Some will and sound like they want to treat you right, only to abuse your trust and betray you later. Like Meta Knight? Exactly. And then there are people who don't care. Well, to be more precise, they don't judge you for what you tell them. That's you, Mario. Well, of course. I don't see any reason to treat you differently. If you tell me you want me to treat you like a guy, I'm gonna treat you like a guy. Woohoo! That's what I love about you, Mario. You're so understanding of me. I don't think anyone understands me more than you do. Not even me too. Kirby got off the rock and embraced Mario again.
For the money.
That's why I dressed like a groom today, Mario. I wanted to show you that I'm proud of who I am.
Nothing there, Will.
Because of you. So thank you, my big sweet plumber. No, Kirby, thank you. Hey, Mario. Yes, baby. Kirby stood in front of him. I love you, he began, spreading his arms out wide. This much. It made Mario smile. He was just so adorable. You wanna know how much I love you? He asked the puffball.
Huh? Yes, you can.
Oh, where I'm sitting right now. Mario made a show of his athletic ability, hopping onto his feet and jumping really high onto a nearby cliff. All the way up here. It's very sweet, Kirby commented. And Mario continued, jumping back down and landing on his feet. Jack! Wow! The puffball sighed in awe, cuddling his lover again. He nuzzled into Mario's chest for a bit before coming up with a new remark. But I love you more, he told the plumber. Oh yeah, Mario responded as if it were a challenge. Yaha, Kirby nodded. Warp Star. The Warp Star came to collect Kirby. I love you all the way over here. The Warp Star whizzed into the distance as Kirby threw his voice over and then swooped back around. And all the way back. Oh, come on! I love you more than that! Oh, really? Kirby giggled. Prove it, big guy. Sure thing. Look over there, would you? Kirby looked in that direction while Mario dove into a nearby pipe. He was suddenly visible, just barely, from another pipe on the horizon, giving a little wave to Kirby. He disappeared before coming back up the pipe and wrapping his arms around the puffball. Well, that's impressive, but I love you more. Hey Kirby, long time no see. Kirby turned around to see a friend of his, a Waddle Dee with a blue bandana wrapped around his head. Oh hey Bandana D, funny seeing you here. You know I'll be here for your wedding, Bandana Waddle Dee reminded him. Say, is that the lucky man? He sure is, the pink puff affirmed, gazing up at Mario. Oh, Oh, Bandana D! The plumber greeted him, remembering what the royal penguin had requested of him. King DDD says hi. Huh, well, isn't that nice of him? They were about to shed some more when a nearby bell rang.
You missed the green thing.
Oh, that will be it getting ready. They'll be celebrating our wedding in a few moments. Come on, Mario, you don't want to miss it. The wedding was set to take place outside. It was unlike typical weddings in the Mushroom Kingdom, of which Mario had the honor of attending a few, but it was common for weddings in this part of Popstar to take place in grassy hills. Kirby had also chosen this location so that it could be separate from all his friends and peers in Smash, who he wanted to hide the marriage from. As the couple walked into the site, music of Poo 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 culture was playing. There were very exotic instruments as far as the plumber was concerned, and some of the guests were dancing along. Compared to the weddings he had encountered, it was much more informal and generally relaxed, which was good. It was good to be relaxed. The music got quieter as Mario and his lover Kirby stepped into the center where the rabbi was. They were Waddle-Doo, wearing a pink bow tie with white spots underneath their one and only eye. So now it's my turn again, or what?
I guess.
Well,
But
what?
you gotta finish the fucking fanfiction.
But it's time.
Yeah, but hold on.
Be the storage cabinet. And a cannon.
So yeah, it's a fan fiction about Mario and Kirby getting married.
That's amazing. I wonder when Peach pops up.
Oh.
Well, let's do this.
Fine.
What?
Okay, continue the damn story.
Wait,
Ah.
we have like...
Clearing their throat, they begin. Does Mr. Mario... Oh my god. Does Mr. Mario Jumpman Mario take his fiancée to be his spouse? Mario asked. Am I supposed to say anything in particular? Ah, if you agree, just say yes, Kirby whispered some advice. Right. Oh yeah! Mario nodded. Yeah! Turning to Kirby, the battle do continue. Does Mr. Kirby It's just Kirby, the pig puff hinted. Of course. Does Kirby take his fiancée to be his spouse? Yes, sir, Kirby agreed. In that case, Mario, you make the groom. Huh? I don't remember. Mario's sentiment was interrupted by Kirby leaping onto him and immediately kissing him on the lips, pushing his tongue inside the other's mouth. The plumber instantly accepted this, holding his lover up with his gloves. As they kissed, the guests cheered and the music once again got louder. Mwah! Kirby broke the kiss with a giggle. That did it, Mario. We are married now. Wow, really? Yeah, according to the Popstarian records anyways. Well, that's good enough for me, Mario agreed as he returned the favor by challenging his lover with another kiss. If you live on another planet or galaxy, it should take at least a month or so for the marriage to be recognized in those regions, the rabbi explained. But as of now, your marriage is legally bound.
Well, these are some hardcore laws that I understood.
The couple held each other in their arms. You are wonderful, Kirby, Mario told his puffball. I love you so much! Kirby nuzzled into his chest and stroked his waist. You know I love you more, he teased. Now come on, let's enjoy the music. Mario stood there as he watched Kirby dance along to the music. He wasn't a big dancer himself, well, most of the time, so he just let the puffball enjoy himself. So we are a married couple now, he contemplated. Things are going to get interesting. But he couldn't let his guard down, the others could find out, and he didn't know what might happen after that. Anything could occur as a result of knowing they were married. He had to make sure not to allow anyone else to know about the marriage. As the worries washed around in his head, he figured there was no point in thinking about it too much. Actually, who's talking here? Is that Mario or Kirby?
The Fanfiction, are you building? Let's go. Is Taro done now?
No, I'm not. Actually, it takes
15 chapters of it.
I've been planning for this moment. I'm just gonna enjoy this. And so he continued. Oh wait. No, that was Mario. Damn it. I've been planning for this moment. I'm just gonna enjoy this. And so he continued to watch as Kirby jumped around happily, just as excited as he was.
What?
When everything was over, they picked up their things and got ready to go home.
While we give us open, we're looking for here's some help. It's just a part-time gig. Don't suppose you are looking to start a career in the food service. Are you carrier?
Gig, solo gig, co-op gig.
Easy gig.
Easy.
Now it's time to work there, yo.
So
But
what's
it's not McDonald's.
Check each customer's food order, then select the item they want. If the customer satisfaction level gets too low, it'll be game over. Try not to keep them waiting for too long. When the lunch rush hits, the speed will increase. Serve as many correct orders as you can to try to earn a high score.
So now you're playing a mirror. Pretty much. I love I love how they sometimes have to think about what to get. And then before they know what it is, you give them their food. Is this how it was at McDonald's in Europe?
It's lunch rush time! Oh shit.
It's really McDonald's.
Well, that's
Look
way
how many-
easier co-op. So when are you two gonna have your honeymoon? Mario flinched upon hearing that question. His head snapped around to face the asker with a crazed expression. I beg your pardon? He raised his voice. Bandanity stood there, jumping in shock.
Perhaps I wish I had least told
Did-
we
Did
do
I
chat
say
now,
something?
Did we do chat now?
No, my bad. Kirby tried to defuse the situation. I haven't told Mario about the customs over here.
Where? Huh?
The customs? What?
Yeah, how did I last? I thought this was co-op.
Lol.
This is like garlic
To be honest, at least I wish I had accused customers. Oh.
You see, Mario, the puffball explained. It's common for people on Popstar to ask
Okay,
about
Dario,
honeymoons
let's go
after
for the
marriage.
next level.
It's just considered a normal thing over here. Oh, the plumber scratched his head. My mistake. Where I come from, a honeymoon is a private thing where it involves intimate things and all. Not something you'd ask somebody about out of the blue. Ah, I see. That was my fault then, the Waddle Dee told them apologetically. No, it's fine. Look, we should probably get going. Kirby whispered to Bandanity with a wink. You're gonna get it done by the end of the week. Next chapter. Chapter 2, Honeymoon. Moon. Sorry, the title of this chapter says more about it than I can. As the Warp Star took them home, Kirby decided to strike up a conversation with his newlywed. So, did you enjoy that? Yes, certainly. It was very different from what Mushroom Kingdom marriages are like. Is that so? How are marriages over there done then? Well, first of all, everyone dresses up in suits. Oh, okay. It usually takes place indoors in a fancy building like a church.
You almost died.
Interesting, I'd never imagined that. It's a lot quieter apart from the music. Over there, it's a very formal thing. But how do Popstarian marriages compare? They are generally more casual. To be honest, I kinda like it. Woohoo! One more question, Kirby asked. If we get married twice, will we be able to read each other's minds? Kirby, as much as I love you, I'm not marrying you twice. Hoo-hoo! The pink puffball laughed at this and cuddled his lover. Mario gave him a pat on the head. They stayed there for a few moments, waiting for one of them to say something that would set the gears in motion for the thing they both had in mind. Oh, I almost forgot, Mario speculated. I've got something for you. Really? Yeah, here it is, the plumber confirmed, handing him a box. I wanted to give it to you earlier, but didn't get the chance, so here you go. Hoo-hoo. Kirby opened it, expecting it to be some kind of suggestive item, but it was unlike what he was imagining. Oh, it's a plushie, he identified, and it's pretty soft too. I had a feeling you'd be into soft things, so I got you that. Well, thank you, Mario. I love it. Although it wasn't what he wanted, Kirby appreciated it very much. He tucked the toy into his pocket, not letting anyone, not even the reader, see where or what it was. They continued to be silent as the Warp Star took them along. They weren't really sure where to go, so it was a matter of trying to find the perfect opening line. Both of them were looking forward to the same thing. Both of them were aware of what the other wanted. but neither of them knew how to make the move. They were pondering that right now. Well, at least one of them broke the silence. Ah, screw it! Mario sighed after waiting for a while.
Let's go.
Oh my god. Let's just have sex!
Have sex. That's so funny.
That was the best. What?
That's so funny.
Didn't you hear it? Mario just said, let's just have sex.
But you said that.
I mean, that's the best line in this story so far. It can't get better than this. Screw it, Mario sighed after waiting for a while. Let's just have sex. Okay, baby. Kirby quickly agreed, happy to move things along. So did you say that to Chibi as well?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. No, screw it. He hopped up to reach his partner's face and attacked him with a deep kiss that seemed to last forever. Oh, I still have to laugh about this. They embraced each other with their tongues in their attempt to get the other in the mood. As the kiss broke, Kirby slid down his lover's body and pushed up against the erection behind him. Mario shivered in response.
Tornado.
Wait a minute, the plumber considered. Who's driving the Warp Star? Kirby stopped for a moment and hurriedly took control of the Warp Star, getting off his lover's lap and steering it towards a nearby cliff. He let out a long sigh of relief as it landed safely. There, he concluded. Now then, where were we? He got back into his lover's lap and rubbed against Mario's still erect shaft. Kirby! Mario whispered as the puffball gently teased him. I love you, Mario, Kirby whispered, planting a tiny kiss on the mascot's chest. Mario started to take off his outfit. Once he noticed that the plumber was doing so, Kirby assisted him by pulling them down for him. The red shirt underneath also came off until Mario was in his boxers on the cliffside. Kirby continued his foreplay on the mascot of Nintendo, using his body to rub and stimulate the shaft, with the soft fabric boxers separating their privates.
This is from Kirby 64.
My god, what is that?
It's all a bunch of needles. Look.
A little bit you can extend your own with bumping up them as block your
Time to drink some.
I'm missing one of you.
Oh,
That's
now
probably
you're thirsty for some
Yeah,
more.
but I will let you
Mario.
all food.
Screw it, let's just have sex.
How can people come up with that?
I don't know.
One of these told me they used to live in the same place as you. Did you know each other there? ...
Huh.
So that's how you all know each other before you came here? I never would have guessed. I bet it keep things interesting. I'm cannot sure.
But we don't get to hear what Kirby said there, actually. In order to further stimulate his lover, he pushed his knob down Mario's boxers and fondled him directly. Oh! Oh! Kirby! The plumber moaned, as the pleasure forced him to lie down. Does that feel good, Mario? Kirby asked. Is this making you feel good? Yes, Kirby, it feels good. That makes me happy, Mario. Oh, Kirby! Kirby! Mario daringly gripped onto Kirby's butt. Please let me make you feel good as well, he begged. Kirby giggled. Okay, Mario, I'll turn around for you. He got up to swivel around, putting his legs either side of Mario and pushing
Go back.
pushing his behind into his face. Due to his malleability, he was capable of stretching to reach Mario's hardened cock, which he proceeded to stroke with both knobs. Meanwhile, the plumber found himself face to face with both of Kirby's holes. He removed his gloves, he was known for getting them in quite dirty places, before he inserted his finger into Kirby's vulva. So Kirby is... oh yeah, he's trans, I forgot. So he's male but has a vagina. The pink puff shuddered and froze for a moment as the pleasurable sensation surprised him. He resumed his motions moments later as Mario continued to penetrate him with his finger. Kirby's motions would then be variadic, irregularly slowing down at points as he struggled to manage his reactions to the pleasure while simultaneously rubbing his newly wet cock. Mario, my sweet husband, I think I'm warmed up now. Oh, that's wonderful, Kirby. And by the looks of it, the puffball inspected Mario's cock. You're warmed up too. Kirby stood up, turned back to face Mario, then sat down on his cock. The two of them moaned at the connection. Meanwhile, the roar of the ocean nearby brought a tall wave down onto the golden sand at the edge of Ice Cream Island's renowned beach. Guided by his lover, Kirby bounced on the plumber's erection, driving it deep inside and out again. The puffball moaned during each insertion, gasped at each bump into the hilt, and groaned upon each retreat. Mario made low grunts and breaths as he watched Kirby enjoy himself, both staring directly into each other's eyes. Having fun, Mario? Kirby asked him. Oh, yeah! How about you, baby? I love this, Mario. It's so intimate. Mario stroked his lover's cheek. I always liked it like this, Kirby. You and me, spending time with you makes me so happy. Same to you, sweetie. I love you. Kirby stretched a little to lean in towards Mario. And I'm always going to love you. Forever. Kirby swore he could feel Mario's heartbeat loudly for him. Kirby! Mario grabbed Kirby by his hips and began thrusting into him. I'm going to love you forever too! Kirby didn't stop his husband from pumping into him. He liked it. This was his lover showing him what he really wanted, showing how much he loved him. Kirby would oppose Mario's motions, rising up whenever Mario pulled back down and slamming down whenever Mario pushed back up. This meant that the plumber's mega mushroom drove into the pink pot hole with more force, which resulted in a greater level of mutual pleasure. Ultimately, it would allow both of them to go faster without costing much more energy. They no longer spoke with words, as they were too busy enjoying this feeling to form sentences. In fact, they made very few moans either. They were both so encapsulated in the pleasure that they just wouldn't focus on anything else, only driving themselves towards more and more of these sensations, ascending to higher levels of arousal. Both of them were getting close, but they didn't even warn each other. No, they could tell. They could see it in their partner's eyes. The way that Kirby smiled at Mario, and the way that the plumber's eyes twitched, it was clear as day. They were both going to come. Without using words to warn his partner, Kirby achieved release, groaning loudly in pleasure as he allowed his tongue to hang out his mouth, completely absorbed by the high he was reaching. Noticing this drove Mario mad with pleasure. He just couldn't take it, and he started shooting his load deep inside Kirby's warm, welcoming, and enticing vagina. They both laid there, unable to make sounds as their heads were clouded with their afterglow. Their kiss earlier in this session had sealed the deal. They were married. Now all they could do was cuddle and occasionally kiss their respective husband on the head.
What was that?
Meanwhile, a nearby Waddle Dee had just rubbed their own genitalia to a convulsing climax and noticed their headband was getting sweaty. Hey, where you guys going? King Dedede asked. Back to my planet, Mario answered. I noticed Mario was a pop star and thought I'd stay with him for a while. Kirby added, perched on Mario's shoulder. I'm so happy for you too, Bandana D commented. Huh? What do you mean? DDD asked. Well, yeah, Mario stuttered. We won a cuddly toy at the theme park, Kirby answered, pulling out a teddy bear. Oh, that's awesome, DDD laughed as he was happy with this, unaware that Mario had actually given it to him as a romantic gift. Bye guys, Bandana D waved at them. See ya later, the Penguin King second, signaling them off with his huge hammer. As the two turned to leave, Bandana D and DDD didn't notice Kirby lovingly nuzzling into Mario's chin and neck, nor the plumber turning to him and kissing him endearingly on the forehead. Kirby's thrust-worthy warp star came to collect the pair, and they sailed off towards Mario's home planet. Along the way, the two would exchange romantic glances of affection and stroke each other, still a little bit love-dizzy from their moments of intimacy just some time ago. I love you, Mario, Kirby told him softly. You know I love you more, Mario answered. Kirby gave him a playful shove and Mario chuckled. They just sat and embraced each other, not saying a word to each other on the way home. The end, apparently. There's no more chapters.
What?
Screw it! Let's just have sex!